Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, yesterday the Ukrainians, with allegedly the help of the British Royal Navy, conducted some attacks on the port of Sevastopol in Crimea. And not only on the port but around, excusez-moi, around in the Black Sea. They provide here more evidence to support their claims, and they say they damaged three Russian Navy ships, including the flagship of Russian Black Sea Fleet now. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda. It's from Sunday, 30th October of October 2022. Sevastopol, unmanned surface vehicles hit Admiral Makarov, flagship of Russian Black Sea Fleet. So let's see. At least three ships of the Russian Black Sea Fleet, including the Admiral Makarov flagship, were damaged as a result of the unmanned surface vessel USV attack on October 29th. What's going on here? Now we have geo-confirmed, a volunteer-managed outlet mapping the war in Ukraine based on geolocations on Twitter. This is the confirmed details. Geo-confirmed investigators have analyzed footage from the unmanned surface vessel USVs which roamed the harbor and the sea near Sevastopol. The investigators released footage of an attack on an Admiral Grigorovich class frigate. I think that's how you say it. They concluded that the Admiral Makarov is the only one that matches this description in the Black Sea. The footage stops when the USV hits the vessel and explodes. They provided here videos, and it says in this video you can see the attack on the Admiral Grigorovich class frigate according to covered shores. The footage stops when the USV seems to impact on the vessel. It likely exploded. Okay, now another video suggests that the Ivan Golubets Natya class minesweeper was also attacked. The Russian Ministry of Defense said that the minesweeper sustained minor damage. And one of the videos show a USV roaming among the docked ships in the harbor, possibly looking for a target. The footage stops when the USV hits the vessel and likely explodes. The footage suggests that the USV was positioned next to at least four vessels and had made almost a complete U-turn to carry out the attack. So it had a lot of time, according to these guys. Geo-confirmed believes that all the available footage indicate that between 6 and 8 USVs were deployed in the attack, hitting at least 3 Russian vessels. Geo-confirmed said that Ukraine was operating the USVs. The Russians say no, it was them, but with the help of the British experts. Alright, so quote from Geo-confirmed, based on all available footage, it's highly likely that 1. USVs penetrated the Sevastopol harbor defense. I think there's no doubt of that. 2. More than 6 USVs were used. The Russians said there were 16. And 3. At least 3 ships were struck with an USV. The Russians said 1. Background. On October 29th, explosions were reported in the Russian-occupied city of Sevastopol on the Crimean Peninsula. Russian ships were all allegedly repelling a UAV's attack. The Russian Ministry of Defense stated that armed forces of Ukraine had allegedly attacked Sevastopol with drones at 4 a.m. on October 29th. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation confirmed the damage to the Ivan Golubets minesweeper. Russian Defense Ministry accused the British Navy for allegedly having planned and carried out terrorist attacks on the Nord Stream and Nord Stream 2 gas pipelines. The ministry announced that the preparation for the attack on Sevastopol were carried out under the guidance of members of the British Navy who are allegedly currently in the Ukrainian city of Ochakiv. The Southern Defense Forces of Ukraine suspect that failed launches of air defense missiles by the Russian invaders could be a reason for explosions in Sevastopol on Saturday. The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that Russia was suspending its participation in the Black Sea grain initiative for an indefinite period. That means we are not safe. But what do you expect? That's war. We're not safe. I don't know exactly what. We're not safe in the Black Sea. How can we provide? I don't know if they're really asked to provide protection of the civilian vessels in the Black Sea. I think they were just over there to guarantee that those vessels on the corridor that will go and get the grain and get out would not be blown up by the Russians. But it doesn't mean, probably by the standards of the other side, that they are not legitimate target. But they are a legitimate target because the Russians use them to hit Ukraine. So what do you expect? So I don't think that's contingent to, you know, if I allow you to have ships coming and picking up grain, it means you can't hit me, my warships that I use to hit you. I don't think that's how the deal works. But I was not in the room with them to read the whole agreement, besides the agreement that it's posted and you can partly, I think you can read it. I know they put it in, and I looked over it, whatever were the terms. I'm pretty sure that's just the first page of the whole thing. There are more pages with details, what you can do, what you can't do, because that little piece of paper that I saw online was just a really flimsy general statements, and there should be very, very detailed what each party can do. In this case, I don't think the Ukrainians agreed not to hit the Russian Navy while in the Black Sea, and since the Russians are using their Navy to you know, launch caliber cruise missiles towards Ukraine, that would make you a legitimate target. Now the Russians said, okay, we don't guarantee the security of those guys, the grain deal is over. That means what? What were you doing? You were just allowing those ships to go over there and saying we're not going to blow them up or check them. You know, I think they already checked them, who goes what, who's who, and what's what. But what else? You withdraw from it, meaning what? You're gonna hit commercial ships? I don't think so. I don't know. It's just you're just allowing them. Now you're not gonna allow them. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Actually, this attack could be also, I would say, timed to the fact that I'm assuming that by what, November, in 2 days, right, or in a day, they already shipped their grain to the world. So then there's no more to ship. So that means, okay, now we're good until the next year production would be, I don't know, let's say July, June, something like that. I don't know. And then we're gonna see, by then probably the war is over. So now we don't need you anymore. We sent our grain, so you, bye-bye. That's the calculation I'm assuming the Ukrainians and, not Ukrainians, the Western countries had in their mind. We got everything sent, or whatever we wanted, we're good now. So now we can, instead of just saying, guys, now let's go back to what we've been doing, which is hitting one another. But the Russians kept on hitting the Ukrainians from the Black Sea, so I think they were always a legitimate target for the other side. I have to find them a name, the sponsors, but I have to find them a name. It was not the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians are just providing they're under occupation of the United States and Great Britain. These are the main ones. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.